Hi there! Welcome to my Airy Fairy Tarot channel. We are outside in my beautiful backyard. You can hear one of my favorite things in the world, trains in the background. Also the air conditioner, hoping you can hear it all. So when I started this channel, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I wanted to do things differently, but sometimes you also have to see what's working for people, and if it's not broken, then go with it. So I'm gonna see how I do with these like zodiac tarot readings. Now, I'm a very strong Capricorn. I have a Capricorn Sun and Capricorn Rising, and my Mercury is in Capricorn. And I could go deeper into my chart, but that's not what you're here for. But so, of course, my very first zodiac reading has to be for Capricorns. Now, I was meditating on the energies beforehand, and I'm seeing a very blue energy, a very silvery kind of blue energy. So it's kind of a spiritual truth kind of day, I'll say. I'll try not to make this go too long, but now where did I put everything? So I've got my sage I'm gonna light, and I did a private reading not too long ago. So I'm finding that these YouTube links, you can do a private link. That's a really good way to do private readings. So if you would like a private reading from me, we can do it that way. Also, I'll do an email or phone or whatever. So I'm just going to put the cards in the sage. They were saged last time, and these cards haven't been used since the night of the full moon. I set them out on the porch and let them sit with the newly repotted plants. And so all of my cards have been saturated in the light of the full moon, and my Capricorn reading is the first one to receive, this new divination energy from it. So, all right. So I'm going to call in some helping energies. Meanwhile, I ask all of my beautiful Capricorns, or anyone else with Capricorn strong energy that feels drawn to this reading, or whatever. You don't even have to have Capricorn energy, but if you're feeling drawn to this reading and it's for you, I ask you now to take a deep breath with me. One big collective sigh. And put your hands to your screen. Put your heart, put all of your energy towards me right now. I don't believe that time is all that linear, so wherever you are in this now space-time is where I am in this now space-time. So if you please just put your hands out and send me your energy. I'm here to receive. And I will call in my helping energies with love, light, and blessings. I call to the sacred archangel beings. I call to Archangel Michael of the highest light and love. I call to Archangel Gabriel of the highest light and love. I call to Archangel Uriel of the highest light and love. And I call to Archangel Raphael of the highest light and love. Please help to receive the most loving, highest energies from the people that are here to get this message. I ask you also to stand around and protect this bubble, this sacred bubble, so that only the highest light, love, and truth may come through, and that we all receive the energy and the message that we're meant to receive. Also, for protection and divine guidance and love and blessings, I call to Archangel Haniel, Archangel Metatron, and Archangel Sandalphon. In addition to that, I call to beautiful, sacred Mother Earth Gaia. For your highest light and highest upliftment, please bring your loving energy here. Bring in your energy, that which you would like for us to know, because Airy Fairy Tarot, we're here to be one with our beautiful planet and to heal ourselves and to heal her as well. And if that's not what you're here for, well, that's what I'm here for. So stay or go as you see fit. Sacred Mother Earth, I also call to my fairy friends. I've been making friends with the fairies in my yard. I've got a little creek behind us, but the foliage is so dense you can't see it. Eventually we might make a little fairy path, and I'd like to do readings down by the water too. But in your greatest joy and fun and connectivity, I invite the fairies, the energy of the trees, birds, whatever beautiful animal beings and plant beings. I welcome the elements, earth, air, fire, and water, to the highest love and upliftment. I also call to the sacred divine feminine, my personal goddess. I am a daughter of the goddess Isis. Isis, I ask you to bring your love and motherly energy. And I also call to the fatherly energy, the divine masculine. I call to Ra and Osiris of the highest light and love. If you have personal beings that you like to connect with, by all means, I invite you to welcome them in. I also call to my own beloved higher self, Feather, the highest light and love, and to the oversoul that I'm working with. I believe I work with Uranus at this time. And whatever other energies, of course, I call to the Pleiades. I've been working with the Pleiades consciously for the longest, since I was about 19 years old, and that wasn't yesterday. All right, so bringing in this divine light and love, I call to the Capricorn energy. Capricorn has been going through it, man. We've had our own home planet, if any of you who are into astrology, and I'm just fascinated by it. I'm not an astrologer, but maybe someday. Our home planet Saturn has been in our sign for, I think, since like January, but I could be wrong. And now it's been retrograde for a while. We've also had Pluto in our sign for a while, and it's retrograde. And then Mars, I believe, is still in Capricorn, but I guess I haven't followed that closely, but I know it's been there in retrograde. Mars just turned direct yesterday, so yeah, I think it's still in Capricorn. Just turned direct yesterday, and so things are moving forward, and I feel it, and that's why I felt called to do this reading today. So I'm always bringing light in and through my being, always bringing light. So okay, so first we're going to go to the winged angel tarot. I like to start with this one. What is the energy, this blue, silvery, white light energy that I keep saying about Capricorn? What message do you have for us? What is the message that you want us to receive? Oh, and I feel that beautiful energy flowing in. Those of you watching, I feel your love and your light and your excitement. I know right now this channel's so new, most of you probably are friends and or family. Thank you for watching. I just love you all so much. What is the energy that you are bringing through? What is the message about the energy that Capricorns are bringing through, or the Capricorn energy is bringing through to this beautiful planet right now, this beautiful existence, this wonderful time in the paradigm shift that we are all here for? And okay, so the bottom of the deck is the Seven of Cups. So it looks like we are feeling a little bit overwhelmed about what to choose right now. I feel like I'm finally starting to anchor on my path. There's been so much that I wanted to do, so maybe that's what we're leaving behind. Since it's at the bottom, it's kind of an energy that's present though. And let's see. I'm just going to do 3 cards and look at the top. So top of the deck, we've got the Hermit. So it looks like we're really listening to that inner guidance right now. Maybe we've all been kind of going inside with all this retrograde energy. That would make sense that we haven't really been out in the public too much. I know personally I haven't been. I've been all about making home. This last full moon was a celebration for us personally. My kids and I moved in with my boyfriend Freddie Bear, and we actually moved in with him July 27th during that eclipse full moon, and that was pretty powerful. And so I celebrated the full moon that we had on Sunday by repotting my plants, anchoring in home. So if any of you other Capricorns relate to that, this Hermit energy, maybe you've been spending a lot of time at home or just a lot of time in your inner sanctuary, wherever that may be, but with yourself, seeking your own divine guidance, your own light, finding your true path. So let me see. Okay. Well, the retrograde energy is certainly apparent here. We've got the King of Swords in reverse, the Four of Wands in reverse, and the Five of Swords in reverse. So I don't know if there's a dominant male figure in your life that maybe you, I don't know, had words with or didn't communicate well with. Now it's funny, my boyfriend is a Libra, and so I would like to see the King of Swords upright, but certainly by moving in, I've turned his world upside down. And I do have to be honest that this month has been a time of adjustment for all of us. And who we were before moving in together and who we are now, there has been a lot of upheaval, a lot of uprooting of my own truth and seeing my own fear of codependency. You know, I've been doing it on my own with my kids since my marriage ended 7 years ago. And so I could see that, you know, maybe we see how we've lied to ourselves, or truths that we didn't want to have to see, truths that we had to shine light on that were uncomfortable. And I know I've had to face my own shadow self. So if this resonates with you, I'd love to hear from you. And if it doesn't, then tell me that too. Tell me whatever your truth is. So the Four of Wands in reverse. Now, generally the Four of Wands is kind of a marriage card. So it's funny how all of this, like I'd like to see it the other way, but I had to face all of this month. So I guess this deck first reading, I never know what the cards want to do, but a lot of times this deck likes to lay the foundation of what has been going on. Yeah, we kind of turned it upside down, certainly. Turned it upside down. Five of Swords energy, seeing where I bullshitted myself, where maybe I bullshitted other people. Also the bullshitters that were in my life. You know, I had some issues with my mom, who is another Capricorn, and she definitely wanted to play out her patterns, and our pattern, our familial pattern, has been a lot of dysfunction, a lot of control issues, a lot of let's pretend to be one thing when we're really not, and a lot of lies. And I love my mom, but I hate what a bullshit and liar she can be. And I'm sorry, Mom, I doubt if she'll ever see this, but if she does, Mom, you can be a bullshit and liar, and I'm done with it. You know, I've seen every side of your face, and you don't have to be that way. Just be the authentic person. I know who you are, you know, but I see her, you know, talking out of two different sides of her mouth. And maybe if that was my mirror, I had to see that in myself. And leaving Colorado and coming to North Carolina, I haven't known who the hell I am. Any Capricorns out there, if you've been through a major transition in the last year, like I tell you, I left Colorado, moved here, and you know, I come here and I'm all full of who I am and who I know myself to be. And over this past year, I've called a lot of myself into question. I've also had to see, you know, what a lot of people call the false matrix. The cage has been really heavy here. We're in the Bible Belt, and I, you know, loved all people and respect all people, but no love or respect for a bullshit cage paradigm that tries to tell people who they're supposed to be. Because you get liars. You get fucking liars out of it, and that will turn your home upside down. So maybe on the whole, we've had to go inside and see where we have pretended to be something out here while we're really something in here. At the same time, maybe we had an identity in here that was a mask, and out here has kind of shattered that. And so I'm hoping that we're coming to, like, if there's that figure 8, that eternity symbol, we're coming to the center, coming to a happy medium of the bullshit is out here. Where's the truth in the middle? Where did I so know myself to be this out here and saw the bullshit out here so much, and it was uneven? And on the other side, where was the bullshit inside of me? And there was a harsh truth that I had to accept out here. Quite frankly, I've always been this hippie lady, and coming to such a conservative place, I am grateful now at this point to be able to see that other side, because I don't care so much about being right. What I care more about now is what do I value most about my truth that I would like to share with other people, that I wish that they would let down that guard so much and let it in, because I have something of value to bring. And where out here, so like please lower it out here, lower down that wall. But out here, what if I had walls up against that I've been keeping your truth out that maybe really could benefit me? You know, where can we find that common ground? Where can we unify and build a new world together? I would like to believe that inside each and every one of us, we do have a great concern for community, that we want to see everybody else thriving. And if there's something inside of any one of us that doesn't want to see each other thriving, I ask you to be willing to take a look at that. On the other side, where have I been holding that victim role, or where have other people been holding that victim role, where we wanted the outside world to be different, and I'm so different, and if only they would see, and not taking responsibility for what I could do myself, or what you could do yourself. What can you do for yourself to make that stronger presence to bring to the community? So that's where we're all at. It's time for unity, y'all. Unify and make a stand. Oh, peace, people, come on and see. Happy little old me. A peace, people, a dancing free with happy little old me. Yeah, I do that. So anyway, so that's where it is. We've had to turn our homes upside down. We've had to examine the lies out there and in here. We've had to look people in the face and say, you know what, I love you and I respect you, but you are a bullshitting liar. So that's where it looks like we're at. The truth is inside. We've gone inside. Looks like we've had to face some very uncomfortable truths. Thank you, cards, for that truth. All right, so now we're going to go to the Rider-Waite Tarot. Oh, look. And on the bottom of the deck, before I shuffle, we've got the Nine of Cups. That's wish fulfillment. So we're moving into a new energy, a better energy. So, yeah, looks like we've had to walk away from things, like just completely get up and leave. Well, I sure did. So I guess we've all had to do that, to come into a whole new world where it may not be a world that we recognize, but we're starting to see that we've got the whole world in our hands. Get out of your comfort zone, and that's where you get in touch with your true creative powers. Oh my gosh, as Abraham says, that's where you have your hands in the clay, folks. All right, so two cards fell out, Knight of Wands reversed and the Queen of Cups reversed. So, oh, and the King of Pentacles reversed. All right, I just want to acknowledge these and then maybe shuffle a little bit more. So the King of Cups, or the King of Pentacles reversed, I think that carries on with that energy of coming out of your comfort zone, coming out of that paradigm where you may be comfortable with your own truth, but when you step outside of it, yeah, you just face more of things. Now, this Knight of Wands reversed, it looks like maybe you started something and then it stopped, you know, and they came out together, and I think it's that authenticity, you know. It's you know, we've wanted to see ourselves as this Queen of Cups where, and if I said it wrong, I'm sorry, my brain doesn't always say the way I mean it, but the Queen of Cups, we want to be this all loving, all peaceful, you know, being of beauty, you know, and that's who we want everybody to see us as. But instead of being our authentic being of beauty, like I know for myself, you know, you come to a place that so doesn't match your world. You know, in Colorado, what I loved about Colorado, one of the many things, it's a home, you know, is that marijuana has been legal there. And I do believe that a legal marijuana society makes a much more free consciousness society. I watched people treat each other with more love and more acceptance and more authenticity. And so coming here into a Bible Belt paradigm where marijuana is not legal, it's funny how that one thing, the freedom of a plant, that's a freedom of the earth. That one thing, that one lack of freedom makes us so inauthentic. It makes the cage that much stronger. So people, legalize marijuana. I do stand for that. Legalize marijuana, legalize hemp. We could totally revolutionize our planet and stop our dependency on oil and lumber. Just about everything that we can do with oil and lumber, just about everything we can do with hemp. Legalize marijuana, legalize hemp. And I mean it, because if you don't do it, who will? Somebody's got to show these people they're free. So back to this, I found myself changing because I was so lonely, and I wanted friends so much. And the one thing that brought me people finally was getting out and singing a little bit. Yes, I'm a professional singer, and once people heard me sing, I started bringing people into my world. And there was one woman in particular that so resonated with my world as far as wanting to be successful in music. But some of her truths, especially, well, she was a Trump supporter. I neither love nor hate. I hate to admit that I would, no, why would I hate to admit anything? It's been hard for me to accept conservative Republican views on a whole, although I do believe in, work, do things, provide, contribute to community. Don't become so dependent on a system, because not only are you taking from and not really contributing so much maybe, but also it's selling yourself short. You have gifts to bring, and we need to set each other free. We need to unify. But I didn't expect this to be such a such a share. So, because I like to steer away from politics. But I will say, I would rather see Trump in office than Hillary. I don't believe Hillary is what she says she is. I believe there's a big puppet show that are Republicans and Democrats. And I think it's very possible that Trump isn't a puppet. I voted for Jill Stein. I'm all about the Green Party. I was passionate about Standing Rock. Jill Stein was the only one of the candidates that went to Standing Rock and made a stand for what she believed was right. Anyway, I'm talking about being authentic. I maybe quieted my voice. I lost my voice, in fact. I couldn't even sing anymore because I wasn't speaking my truth, because I felt so outnumbered. But I'm ready to speak my truth again. All right, my time's almost up. Thank you. So I'll just finish it up. And it stopped me. I tried to start another YouTube channel, but if I couldn't speak my truth, how could I do my YouTube channel, which was all about speaking truth and falling in love with the planet again? It's time to stop letting yourself be kowtowed, whatever that word is, to be bullied into silence. People may not like what you have to say, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't say it, because those same people kind of need to hear what you have to say. All right, I have to wrap it up because I've got to get to work, but I trust in the divine timing of all things. So I'm going to end it with a Pleiadian oracle card. This is the ladies of the Pleiades. I do intend to find who makes all of these cards and list it, and I haven't done it yet, but all right. So our Pleiadian message of the day is from the 7 sisters of the Pleiades themselves. This card says, the 7 stars in the Pleiadian system are known as the 7 sisters, an ancient race with whom we share a common ancestry. The Pleiadians help humans onto a more spiritual path, into the light and into a life of service and love to others. Along with the angels, spirit guides, and ascended masters, the Pleiadians know the divine plan for the greater good. Trust that with their presence, you are protected and blessed. Breathe that in. Show gratitude for your blessings by being of service to others. The Pleiadians are here to help elevate your consciousness to the knowledge that you are a spiritual being of light. Open yourself to their message and receive the love and blessings from the higher realms of light when you see this card. All right, take a breath and breathe it in. And here's our affirmation. I am a spiritual being of light, receiving abundant blessings and love. Blessed be, and so it is. Now, it's scary for me to upload this video. I really like to steer away from politics, but I'm going to trust that everything that flowed through me was from my higher self, from my own truth and my own authenticity. And if I don't do it, who will? Somebody's got to show these people we're free. Same with you. Whether you agree or disagree, just please join me in speaking your truth. Be authentic with all that you feel, and also be open to change. You can touch your throat. This is my Louise Hay moment. Touch your throat and make the affirmation. This is your chakra, your center of communication and also of change. And make the affirmation, I am willing to change. I am changing. Blessed be, so be it, and so it is. I love you deeply, soulfully, spiritually, physically. With love and light, please tune in again. Thank you all my fellow Capricorns and all my fellow watchers and journeyers. Together we are making this shift. Peace. La 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 la. Capricorns unite! Ha ha ha.